Right, yeah, I don't know how many this is gonna be. We're gonna do nukes, but this one is just scary videos, not a number. Normally it's 10 or 5, but yeah. Scary videos to make you cry like a little baby. Let's go.
This next video was sent in by a Nukes Top 5 viewer, but unfortunately it was posted to the internet without a source. So the story goes that a woman claimed to have a doll that was haunted, and she said that she would often catch it moving all on its own. After being asked repeatedly by viewers, she decided to point a camera at the doll and live stream the entire thing. Around an hour in, with skeptical viewers watching closely, there was a bit of movement. Watch closely. Now, the doll doesn't actually move, but the items surrounding it in the storage closet fly violently across the room, and even on top of the doll. Viewers have speculated that because the doll was buried in the debris, that the woman's doll isn't even actually haunted, but perhaps her house is. However, others claim that the supernatural activity is centered around the doll, and some even claim that they saw the doll move in the video before everything came crashing down. But without a source, we'll never know. So, what do you think? A hug?
That is an angry ass doll. Angry ass doll. But I don't know, you need to see the start of the live stream. Could there be someone behind there? It was hard to tell how deep that was. So yeah, but a live stream is... But that was done with some serious like aggression, chucking that shit. If it is a ghost, I'd move.
Bye. A woman who calls herself Sissy says that her husband passed away 8 months ago under very sudden and unexpected circumstances. One day, as Sissy and her son Clarence are walking out of their front door, their Ring camera records something very strange.
Can I go, Grandma? Come on. Let's go.
I love you.
She's not going to go yet. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, come on, Clarence. Okay. That's what I was just about to ask. What did you say, bud?
Bye. I said bye, Daddy.
Oh, okay.
Now, Sissy posted the video because she thought it was just a little odd and kinda cute that her son was talking to his dad who passed away. She made no claims that the clip was paranormal, but when she posted the video online, viewers began to point out that there also seemed to be a strange voice in the clip. A voice that they thought might actually be the little boy's father, communicating from beyond. Now I'll enhance the audio and listen carefully just as little Clarence walks out of the door.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Dada! I'm just
A quiet voice seems to whisper, "Honey," and the boy seems to look around as if searching for who said it. Even stranger, he seems to think that it's the voice of his deceased father, and actually walks over as if his dad is standing nearby on the porch. The little boy says, "Daddy hugging me," and again a strange quiet voice seems to whisper back,
Dada! I'm just hugging me.
Jacket for her?
Daddy hugging me. What?
Oh, wait.
What?
No, she's okay. Oop, come on, Clarence. I need my more.
Daddy hugging
I
me.
don't.
What?
Oh, wait.
What?
No, she's okay. Oop, come on, Clarence. I need my more.
So did little Clarence actually encounter the spirit of his...
That is kind of weird because kids do know that, like, my niece has a baby and he's like a baby, like, do you know what I mean? Baby, like still flopping around and shit. But you can tell when my niece or a fella walks in, he knows it's his mum or dad. But yeah, that was weird. It did seem like he was talking to someone. And he's saying, "Daddy hugging me." Unless she says that to it. Yeah, it's hard. But that was weird. It did seem like something got his attention and then he started walking over there.
deceased dad, saying hello and giving him a quick hug? Clarence seems to think so, but as usual, you decide.
Bye, Daddy.
Witchboard. A woman is doing a solo investigation of a haunted house and is using a Ouija board to contact a spirit named Brenda that she believes inhabits the home. But as she conducts her Ouija board session, she begins to suspect that she might be in contact with something much more sinister.
Am I dealing or am I speaking with the devil right now through this Ouija board? It is not Brenda. You've just said it's Brenda. It's not Brenda, is it? Oh my God. I'm trying to take deep breaths. Who am I communicating? I'm losing my. Who am I communicating with through this board? My nose is bleeding right now. Oh my God. The demon it's trying to say.
See how crazy YouTube guidelines are? That a nosebleed, and it'll probably be because it's violence or whatever. Like, it's blood, but come on, YouTube. It's a nosebleed. Everyone has had nosebleeds.
I've got no tissue, but my nose is bleeding right now. The body's moving. Oh my God, right, that's it. I'm done. I'm off. I'm sorry, guys.
She hears a strange sound from the floor above her and her nose starts to bleed. But still, she decides to continue her session. Suddenly, the Ouija board flies off the table and finally, she decides that she has had about enough. And she just gets out of there.
She did look like she shit herself, to be fair. I was going to say the nosebleed, that is quite a common thing with like mediums, their nosebleeds. But also that's quite a common thing when like you're scared or you're nervous or you're high pressured, your nose can bleed. So it could be that made her nose bleed. But I actually, that's what I always gauge off of, is their reaction. Both times she really did a like, where like you try and catch yourself from jumping. Yeah, I believe that she was terrified of whatever happened there. But that was crazy.
A guy named Angelo decides to camp in a forest that is said to be haunted. He's a bit unnerved by the spooky surroundings, but nevertheless, he decides to try to contact any nearby spirits with a Ouija board. As you might expect, it did not go well.
I heard something move outside the tent. Okay, I'm gonna end the session for a second, okay? I'm closing off the session.
I thought you were meant to have it say bye.
don't see anything. That was weird. It literally walked as it walked. It literally sounded as if...
Stacy.
What the f was that?
Stacy. Hello, Stace.
Nope, no. That's... I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know if I want to know what the hell that was. What do I do? Honestly, I think I should probably leave. Yeah, let's, I think I'm gonna do that.
Angelo begins to freak out from the strange sounds that seem to surround his tent and decides it's time to leave.
Okay, exit is just down that way. Oh, that was a really bad idea. Okay. I just heard something made a sound in my ear. What the was that? Nope. Let's just go. There's the exit.
A guy named Brendan Castagnon says that he used a Ouija board in his house, but didn't sign off properly at the end of the session. He claims that after this, he began to experience strange paranormal incidents in his home. One night, he awakens to the sound of something moving around in the other room. He grabs his phone and starts to record.
Ay, cabrón. No manches. ¿Qué era eso? No. Ay, no manches. No.
A strange pale face seems to peek around the corner, but when Brendan approaches, there's nothing there. Now terrified, he tries to retreat back to his room, but the door slams shut right in front of him. Brendan Castagnon says that after this incident, he never used the Ouija board again, and thankfully the supernatural incidents in his home have slowly stopped occurring. Abandoned or not?
Yeah. Should we pause there? Or should we do this one? Okay, let's do this one.
A guy who calls himself Native Penguin was doing some urban exploring on the grounds of the Cherokee Heritage Center in Park Hill, Oklahoma. A collection of old buildings were built on the site of the former Cherokee Female Seminary, a boarding school for girls that burnt to the ground in 1887. Suddenly, Native Penguin starts to hear something very strange.
Am I tripping or is there something going on in here?
What the? We conduct our services in both languages, Cherokee and English. And when we have a completely Cherokee audience, then it's all about in the Cherokee language. They all need the hymns that we sung years ago. O Señor, llegado ko igahani, idadaksi sani, idijalagi. After moving to Indian Territory, Cherokee Nation set aside 1 acre of ground for each church congregation. Moravians, Baptists.
Dude, that's so creepy. Why is this?
Even though the center has been closed down for years, there's an odd recorded message playing inside one of the buildings. Native Penguin looks in the windows to try to figure out just what is going on. He captures something on camera that is truly bizarre.
Okay. Dude, that scared me. I was like, there's someone in there.
At Mount Zion Church, where I pastor, we conduct our services in both languages, Cherokee and English. And we have a completely Cherokee audience.
Some strange white apparition seems to glide by just behind the building's old wood stove and disappears. Now, some viewers say it looks like a girl in a white gown, but what do you see? Did Native Penguin capture the spirit of one of the girls from the old burned school that once stood here? You decide. Driven to the grave.
Yeah, pause there. Yeah, because I was going to say, although Native American, I mean, as soon as they said Cherokee, it's like, yeah, just don't mess with the Native American land and that. Mind you, if you're a native, they're probably like, yeah, I wouldn't, personally. Do you know what I mean? Like, can't think they'd be too fond of me rocking up there, poking my nose in their sacred sites or whatever, but I was thinking a satanic cult. Satanic cults are way more common than people think. And like the school homes, I saw in Canada that was the first one, the first ever noted satanic ritual abuse. It was in Canada, I'm sure, and linked to the Canadian care homes of the. But I was thinking that, and I want to go. There's a place around. Well, there's loads of places around here. Actually, here is rife. Well, not exactly here, but literally down the road, Virginia Water is like a hub of satanic ritual child abuse. Um, but yeah, there's a place here I want to go to, Rainbow Woods. I think it's near Bath, like Bristol. But yeah, I want to go there because that as well. Like a lot of survivors of satanic ritual abuse speak of Rainbow Woods. That's a key place where I ain't going at night though, because like I say, actual satanic cults are way more common than you think. And to be honest, I don't want to bump into like that makes you creepy by definition in my book. Like even as someone who's not massively religious, although I'm more as I get older, but someone who's not, yeah, still, you're kind of by definition a bad person if you worship the devil. But then also, I think that worshipping, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I was thinking at first. Is it some satanic coven where they're like, I don't know. But yeah, that was well creepy. That was well creepy. I don't know. The thing is with the woman that walked past or the girl in the white dress, it's too hard because you've got the reflection of like that could have been anything. It's hard. It was hard to see, like because you got the light of him and then his helmet and do you know what I mean? There's so much going there that can cause something. But yeah, that recording playing to no one is pretty creepy. That is creepy. Like I say, unless it is a satanic cult and they just saw him coming and they were all in there but hiding. But then it's not just satanic cults. There's satanic cults is just the Western or the Christian thing of it. What was the Jamaican one? There's a Jamaican Obion. But then you got the Africans with voodoo. Yeah, and it's all like sacrificing and devil worship just of different cultures. But yeah, that was creepy. But that's the reaction. Well, that's part one. Sweet.